I can't pinpoint when it all started, but slowly I started to feel someone's eyes fixated on my back. It was that lingering feeling of uncertainty when you think someone is watching or following you, but you turn around, there's nothing there. That stared, occupied by an bombardment of text messages to me, my friends, and my brother, and various other stalker-esque activities. They went on for months. Day by day, my emotions got the best of me, slowly ruining my self-esteem and feeling of security. I slowly became more and more insecure and self-conscious while still refusing to say anything, afraid I would hurt his feelings, afraid I would ruin his self-esteem. And finally, one day after school, the moment of my nightmares finally became reality. He had finally built up the courage to confront me. I was walking to the parking lot when I noticed him in the corner of my eye, following me and gaining ground as I attempted to quicken my pace. A deep sigh of relief soon overwhelmed my senses. Thank God, I had gotten there before he had caught up. I was home free. But then that familiar feeling resurfaced more intensely than ever. My mom wasn't there. Her blue minivan nowhere to be seen. The knot in my stomach, so tight I couldn't breathe, forced me to quickly check my shoulder. To this day, I just wish the knot was in any way looser and that I had been strong enough to not turn around. But I wasn't, and in that moment, I finally had to face him. He approached, pacing towards me as if on a mission. I swear he walked across the entire parking lot in half a millisecond. Poof! There he was, and there it all unfolded. He had finally spoken to me, in person, for the first time since this all began. And in that moment, I was more terrified than I had been in longer than I could remember. He had asked if I had been receiving his text messages. A gulp slowly traveled down my throat. No, I lied. Always deleting them the moment they were received. I showed him my message queue to prove there was nothing. That's weird, he pondered. Is this the right number? He asked me while shoving his phone into my face. Again, that gulp. Yes, my quivered speech whispered back to him. He pondered again. Okay, I'm going to message you right now and tell me if you get it. Ping! As if on cue with my horrors, my message tone blared louder than ever. Alerting him that indeed, it really was my number. I have to go, as someone shouted as I hastened my pace and hurried away, finally seeing my mom in her dented blue minivan. Why couldn't I have just said something? Why didn't I just tell him to stop? He had presented me with the perfect opportunity by confronting me, and still, I kept my mouth shut. I didn't want to hurt his feelings. Didn't want to say the wrong words. I reassured myself, it's easier to let my feelings get hurt, let my emotions slowly deteriorate, my self-worth get ruined instead of his. 3 months and the school year's end passed, and still I never said a word, just continued to ignore the bombarding, following, and negative emotions that he consistently caused. It wasn't until the end of July and an extensive amount of help from my mindfulness therapist that I finally stood up to him, finally told him to stop. Although it was only over text, I finally built up the courage to tell him to buzz off. And let me tell you, with all those pent-up emotions, buzz off is a nice way of putting it. From his lengthy apology and reasons behind it, I realized if I would have just said something earlier, none of this would have happened. He was suffering through a rough portion of his life, and my ill-mannered mechanisms and vocabulary to finally banish him from my life were not the mature way to handle the situation. Though still terrifying, this emotional roller coaster taught me to face my problems, not ignore them. It showed me that it is always better to face your problems head on, though it might be terrifying, than pretending they're not there at all.